Nadia, yes, I'm about 350 meters away from where the explosion took place just before 5 p.m. I'm in the 5e arrondissement of Paris. There is still a lot of confusion about what happened exactly. There is speculation. People are trying to understand the events, but we do not have very many facts yet. What we do know is that the explosion took place at 4:55. It has caused the partial collapse of the building. We know that firefighters are still trying to extinguish the fire. We know, as you mentioned, that 24 people have been injured so far. 9 of them are in critical condition, but that number is rising rapidly. When I first got here, the number was at about 6 people, and it's now at 24. We don't know yet if people are still in the building. Some people I spoke to mentioned they were afraid that some people were underneath the rubble. We're not sure yet, but we are going to have to see how the situation evolves.
And Olivia, I know you've been speaking to a few people there. Just kind of give us a sense of what you're hearing from them and what the atmosphere is like right now, just gone 7:30 here in Paris.
Yeah, so I arrived here on the scene in the 5th arrondissement about an hour ago, and the scene is very different from when I first arrived. When I first got here, there was definitely a very chaotic atmosphere. People were sort of running around. People had just evacuated the area. Security forces were on the scene. There were lots of firefighters as well, and people were sort of, running around, not really sure what to do. Police forces have let people who live in the area go back to their homes. As you can see behind me, there are people walking around, whereas about an hour ago, no one was allowed to enter this scene. Some of the people I spoke to were there when the explosion happened. I spoke to one woman who owns a wedding dress shop near the building that partially collapsed, and she told me that she could smell gas just before the explosion happened. She then heard a really loud bang and left her building to see what was going on and saw a massive fire of about 20 to 30 meters. And then she was, police arrived on the scene shortly afterwards, and her and many others had to evacuate. They were given COVID-19 masks in case of potential, gas in the area. And lots of other people also told me that they could hear that loud bang, that really loud explosion. We do know that the fire has not yet been completely extinguished, but firefighters are still working on it at the moment as we speak.